Hey guys, it's Jeff and Kendra, Reptile News Radio. It's time for a little R&R. Sorry for last week. Both our schedules actually changed, so it just became really difficult to do, and we tried, but we are back now. So, but we have some exciting news. We actually got our first sponsors.
Oh yeah!
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
I'm so excited
straight up, they're gorgeous people. I have to throw that out there.
That
I know
dude's
that's kind
fiance,
of weird.
Oh
I know.
my goodness!
Oh yeah,
She
and
is
the
just something
booty
else.
on that.
Booty.
Ooh!
So our first sponsor is actually Puget Sound Python. So
Gotcha.
Got to pay the bills. We pay for all of it, so we might as well sponsor ourselves.
Shout out to ourselves.
But that is pretty cool. And then what else we got? I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're gonna roll into our little topic of the day. Welcome to episode 3, by the way, guys. So if you're still here, that's awesome. I think we lost a follower. Now we have probably 4. So thank you so much for following us. We love you. Anyway,
we do it for you.
We do it just for you. Anyway, so what? Topic 1.
So we do have a couple topics we're gonna go over. We're gonna go over all the current things going on for PSP and Reptile News Radio. The reptile shows, of course, US ARC updates. Then we're gonna go over the 8-foot indigo that was found in Georgia.
That news article was pretty stellar.
Then we're gonna have some fun fact of the weeks, what crocs my socks, and then the BAMF of the week, of course. So without further ado, let's get started. Things new as far as PSP goes. What's going on, babe? How's the collection? Breeding season. What's happening?
It's going well, actually. I'm really hoping that this will be our year to have more than a handful of clutches. But I think it's going to be weather dependent. We had a ton of snow here. Not really a ton, but we had more than one day out of the year where we had snow.
We had snow last week, and I thought spring was already here.
I know. I was we woke up and I was like, why is it bright outside? Nope, snow.
Yep.
It's like, damn, I didn't realize it was that cold.
Washington likes to keep us on our toes.
For real. For how wet it is, it never really gets that cold. So I was kind of surprised that we had snow. I mean, it was predicted in the forecast, but if you're like any PNW or out here, you don't trust the weatherman quite enough to believe them.
Never? Yeah.
Never. It rains 100% chance that it rains. So, that's all good and dandy. Besides that helped a lot with our breeding. Obviously, the barometric pressure changes. So everything's going pretty good right now. We always have a few females, especially with ball pythons, that are kind of picky with their mates. But that's why you have backups. Other than that, everything else is looking pretty good. We got an update on our Woma female.
Little sneak peek. She should be dropping her eggs pretty soon. So we didn't have a male Woma.
So
not a ball python.
Woma python.
Woma python Aspidites type.
Yeah.
So we sent her over to Mark Goyer, and because he had an extra male
of Mark Goyer Reptiles.
Fantastic dude, love him. And he bred our female to his male, and they got locks, they got the pre-lay. So she should be dropping those eggs pretty soon. So that'll be exciting.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Little
holding everything
back. Right.
But no, that's pretty cool. As far as the rat breeding goes, we did have a new thing as far as that goes. We just made our new grow out rack.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we also breed our own rodents. You with the pricing is just kind of ridiculous on rodents, especially out here. Yeah, because in the Pacific Northwest, there's not a lot of people that actually do rodent breeding full time. Like on the East Coast and maybe even California, where it's more prevalent, that is something that's more accessible. But for us in particular, it was
the accessibility.
It was
consistent feeders was.
Yeah. After our main guy moved to Florida, it was kind of a hit or miss on some local people, and we're just like, you know what, let's just full on do rodent breeding ourselves, because we needed one more thing to fucking do on our Thursdays.
Well, it just became we became so dependent on someone else, and then they would drop off the face of the earth and not have any feeders, and so we'd go weeks without being able to get feeders when we're trying to breed, we're trying to pump up girls, and
or we'd have to rely on frozen thawed, and it.
So we do fresh kill for all of our stuff, which is awesome. So we breed our own. We have, I think, about 42 breeding colonies of rats right now.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Decent amount, but feeds our entire collection
for us.
And our friends that help us out. Shout out to Amanda and Carl.
Yes.
Couldn't do without them. But
yes, you guys are awesome.
I'm excited for that grow rack because now that means we can expand a little bit more.
Yeah. So we added another rack just for our grow. It's not that it's that exciting, but it is for us. So, I don't
know. I kind of like the little feeder rats. I know that we use them for feeders, but they're kind of cute sometimes.
I know. Sometimes I get you get a little too attached. Start naming them. Don't name them. Don't name them.
But other than that, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we do have one more thing, which is actually going to tie into our next segment, the Reptile shows. So we went ahead and assaulting the mic now. We went ahead and purchased another set of the Steve Sanctuary hot sauces, and we are going to donate that to the US Arc raffle at the Hillsborough show.
Yes.
Or the Pac Northwest Reptile show
in Hillsborough, Oregon.
Which is, let me look, April 23rd and April 24th.
Yep.
So make sure you be there. That one's going to be on Saturday.
Yeah.
Kendra says she's got a different plan for the raffle for Sunday. We'll see what that is. But
it's a surprise.
Yeah, those hot sauces are so freaking good. So you need to put your name in the hat if you're local and you're going to end up going to that show.
Yeah, and not to mention, like, they're not only really good, excuse me, they're also for a really good cause.
Yep. Education, conservation, rescues, all that kind of thing. Like, it's just... Steve is amazing, and he's so quick at responding, and he's awesome.
Yeah.
But and he's a first responder.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. What's his website again?
SteveSnakeShavery.com. I think so.
Oh, sorry. I thought you knew. I'm out here like just throwing you curveballs.
Let me get that for you. But what's your favorite hot sauce as far as the lineup goes? Yeah.
Ooh. Well, definitely the Cottonmouth. The Cottonmouth is like a verde sauce. It's like a green salsa sauce. It's so good. You pair it with lime juice, because we've been doing the other segment, handling hots, and pairing that with like lime, just a little bit of lime on our chicken wings. Oh, perfection. But yeah, besides that one, I would say the coral snake one is pretty good because it's really like flavorful. It's fruity. I prefer kind of fruitier hot sauces.
Steve'sSnakeShavery.com. That's the website.
Okay, cool. We will drop it in the description or wherever that Jeff puts things. All
of the things and all of the places. But with that being said, make sure you're at the Hillsborough show. Let's get on to some other shows.
Yes. Oh. If you guys watch this episode and you're at the Hillsborough show. Come by and say hi to us and mention Reptile News Radio, and you might get a free goodie.
Yeah, so we're thinking a free sticker and a free bracelet, Reptile News bracelet and stickers. So that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe something more. We'll see.
We'll
see. For our 4 followers.
All 4 of you will get a goodie bag if you mention it.
Yeah.
Up next, though, we do have, I'll just go through the list. Daytona's coming up. It's getting closer. Rooms are selling out. Flights are being booked. Make sure you get your tickets for the Daytona show. I think it's, National Reptile Breeders Expo. August 20th, August 21st. Make sure you be there. And then also Reptile Preservation, RPI, they're going to have a party that Thursday before.
Yes.
So that's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't checked out their collection, definitely get down there early on that Thursday.
That'll be so cool.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's going to be so much fun. Oh.
They're such good people, and they have an awesome collection.
Yeah, we got our tickets, right?
Yeah, there are.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
You gotta do those
I handled the airfare in the hotel. Like, I was like, I'm done booking things
as far
for
as
us.
The tickets for the show? No, you got to buy them day of.
No. I meant for Cody and Pia's. Oh. That's more important.
I don't think they announced the ticket sales for that yet.
Oh, okay. We'll chat them up. We'll figure it out.
As far as Reptile Super shows go, we do have a show in Anaheim, California, July 9th and 10th. Then you have, another update as far as that. I think DM Exotica is coming back from where he moved to. Yeah. The place. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Wow.
What's the place? I forgot. I watch his videos all the time.
I'm ashamed of you.
Anyways, he's going to come down and have some really good shipments. So I'm excited to see what he brings to his table.
We'll see. We chatted with him and we'll see.
Yeah. But as far as other super shows goes, San Diego in August 13th and 14th, and then the Las Vegas show, which is September 10th and 11th, which we are still planning to vend, as long as everything goes well.
That's like the 3rd time you've said that, and yet we have yet to discuss that.
Because I've already made up my mind. We are going to Vegas, baby.
You might be going alone, baby.
That's fine. I'll take Chris. And then we have the Northwest Reptile Expo, which is in Monroe. It's our own backyard, and that's going to be May 14th. It's a one-day show, super close. So check that one out. And then we have, of course, the Tinleys. You have Tinley Park, Illinois, which is coming up 19th and 20th of March. And then the next Chicago show, which I think I hear is the better one, but I'm not sure, which is the October 8th and 9th Tinley show in Tinley Park.
See, I feel like I've heard the opposite, but maybe you're right.
I think I'm right because everything's patching right now.
Because you're always right. That's right.
Of course.
Wow.
It's going to be Reptile News Fight Club. I'm just kidding.
Reptile News Love Club.
That was such a good episode.
I love that.
Sappy. I loved it.
I know. I was like, oh, they're so sweet.
If you didn't know, she's talking about the Reptile Fight Club. They recently did an episode where it was Justin and his wife and his daughter for a little bit. They were talking about all the things they love about the hobby. So that was kind of
cute. That was so cute. So if you get a chance, definitely listen to it.
Yeah, definitely a good one. And then you guys are going to have the Arlington show, which they just had their Arlington, Texas show on the 12th and 13th of February. And then they're going to have another one September 24th and 25th. Chris and Emily were talking about going to that. So we might make a trip out there. Not 100% sure on that one. It is a far drive, but I don't know. I hear it's a good show. So if you've been to the Arlington show, let us know if you should come out. I've seen some videos. It seems pretty nice.
I know. I really want to go. I don't want to vend. I just want to go, just to attend, because vending seems very stressful.
That's why I like the Daytona shows, because we have no worries. We're not trying to sell animals.
Yes.
We just hang out and see friends.
That's the best part. Like, you actually get to look at everything out there and then get to hang out with really cool people.
Yep.
Oh, it's the best.
So that's the best part about our own local shows, doing the vendor dinner.
Yeah, with the vendor dinner. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you have the Missouri shows, which is April 30th through May 1st, and then November 12th and 13th for the St. Charles, Missouri NARBC show. And then, of course, you have Schaumburg, which is July 23rd and 24th.
Yeah, late July.
Yeah, so that one's going to be a fun one. I'm excited for these shows. There is some other shows that we missed. We didn't get the Show Me Show Snakes show.
I know. We keep forgetting to add that.
They have so many. I looked at their list. I forgot to write it down, but there's a lot. They are exploding. And, we just watched, what is it called? Reptile Talk with Jeremy and Rob. They have a lot of, they're doing a lot. It's awesome. I'm excited for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, you are not kidding. There are a ton of shows. Like all over.
Yeah.
Alabama, Colorado.
They're good shows too, from what I hear. So
Wisconsin.
They put on a good one.
That's awesome. Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Well, while you're up there on the computer, do we have any updates as far as USR goes? What's going on with this Lacey Act Amendment?
Wait, we forgot one.
Oh, my bad.
Jeff over here. Gotta keep him in line.
One job, right?
I know.
We do have that Newport Discovery Zoo extravaganza, which is March 12th. 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It sounds like it's a behind-the-scenes kind of thing at the Newport Discovery Zoo. So
that's Oregon.
Yeah, if you didn't know, it's on the West Coast, best coast.
Yeah, no, it's being who's sponsoring it again? Or is it?
I think it's the zoo sponsoring it, and Jeff is setting it up. Jeff is setting it up, which is it's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the one we can't go to because of friggin' work. Sorry, guys. We were so stoked to go and participate and be there for you all, but
they changed their schedules.
Now it's a
nightmare.
Yeah. At least both our works changed our schedules at the same time or within a week. So we were both like, all right.
So we're not having to adjust,
Yeah,
It's just okay.
Absolutely.
Life can be a mess for a minute.
Right. No big deal. Okay. Moving on. What is on our agenda? Where's my agenda sheet, sir?
The agenda sheet is right here. Lacey Act Amendment. What's going on with that?
Lacey Act Amendment. All right. So there's only really one update for y'all. And this is actually posted, what was it, after we did our last episode. So it was posted on the 14th of February. And so I'm just going to read it out loud so y'all can hear it. It's just a little blurb. It's not very long. Okay, hold on. All right. So this is on the USARC.org website /2022 Lacey / for those who want to follow along. It states, as we have stated, the American Competes Act, HR 4521, and the U.S. I'm struggling to talk today. And the U.S. Innovation and Competition Act, S 1260 will be reconciled or merged in committee. The merged bill will likely have a new name, promoting a, quote, "Make It in America" moniker. As for this update, the House has yet to send the final version of H.R. 4521 to the Senate. This is due to over 200 amendments being added to the House floor. Informal discussion on the reconciliation. Wow, I'm struggling today. May begin this week. So that's the week of the 14th there. So just as a.
So what do we need to do as far as the keepers?
Oh, I wasn't done.
Oh, there's more.
There's more.
Oh,
the former. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Should take a breath. The words, they're difficult this morning.
They are. The formal Senate/House conference should begin in March. The issue of strengthening the U.S. economy, specifically in the technology fields, is a priority for many in Congress. Our mission remains to keep the Lacey Act Amendments from being added to this or any other bill. The final H.R. 4521 bill is 3,610 pages after the addition of the many floor amendments. These Lacey Act amendments are found in section 71-102, beginning on page 2060. You can read the full bill at usarc.org/wp-content-uploads 2022. Okay, there's a whole thing. It's on the usarc.org website, guys.
So what does that mean? What do we need to do? So it sounds like it's the bills. The amendments are kind of in limbo period because they're combining some stuff. Yes. They're making a mess of it, of course, as politicians do. What do we need to do?
So that gives us the opportunity, and I mean us as in you, me, and you, everybody out there watching this, anybody who is actually concerned about this can have a voice. They still have the opportunity to send letters, send physical letters, send tweets, send emails to your state senators. I encourage all of you to do it. Not just one household, but every person in that household to do it as well.
Send it, personalize it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we went over last week or the week prior is there's two websites that pretty much, make it super easy for you where you can send it off.
And I'm sure there's more, honestly. Like
there's probably way more.
It's not just the reptile community at this point. It's not,
it's the invert community.
It's the aviary. It's small mammals. Like there's a ton of people and a ton of different communities who are really vested in making sure that our voices are heard. Yep. But that at the end of the day includes us. We need to make our voices heard. We need to say something. There's on the usarc.org website, there are a ton of different options for you to actually autofill when you're sending emails to your senators. There's a bunch of information. It's basically handwritten for you guys. All you got to do is copy and paste.
Yeah, and it's, if we keep bringing the noise, we keep it relevant inside their minds. Whenever they see that it's going to get added to this new bill, they're going to be like, oh, I don't even want to touch that. Let's stay away from it. Don't even put it on there.
Yeah, I don't want 5,000 emails from all these crazy reptile people.
Yeah, those reptile people are passionate and they need, I don't want them to vote me out of office.
Exactly.
Keep making that noise. It's working, I think. I know a lot of people were having meetings with their local representatives and things like that. So
yeah, and what's also actually really cool as well is on the usarc.org website, there's a list of state senators. So it points it out and where to go and how to contact them, etc. Which is awesome because it's a one-stop shop. You can get all your information and your accessibility to contacting them is right then and there. So just spend 5 minutes. 5 minutes, that's all I ask. 5 minutes, guys.
It does not take that long. If you have a pet reptile, you need to be supporting USARC and you need to be contacting your representative because it is serious and it is super easy to solve. This is a first world problem and it's a first world solution. So come on, it's not that hard, guys. What else do we have? I think that wraps up the Lacey Act Amendments stuff. Here's another thing too, is they recently did a talk. What was it on? Jeremy did it. Jeremy had it on his Instagram. It was a live video with him, Phil Goss, and was it Brian Barczyk?
Is it on the Brassman Reptiles?
Yeah, I think it's on the Brassman Reptiles Instagram. But anyways, that was an awesome video. They kind of Phil explained a lot of good stuff that goes into, USARC and, them trying to add these amendments and that kind of thing. and kind of what they do as a whole. And it was just a really good episode. So check that out. Now, we did have another news article after that. What did they find in Georgia?
Sorry, yeah, I'm just trying to. So, for those who want to find this video that we're talking about, it's on the Brassman Reptiles YouTube channel. It's episode 77, 78, 79. Yeah, I think there's like 3 in a row there that they talk about the U.S. ARC updates and North Carolina updates. I'm actually not seeing the one that we're talking about, though. The stream.
Was on his Instagram. So.
I know. I thought he put it on his YouTube, and maybe not. But there's Jeremy has a bunch on there, so definitely check it out.
Jeremy's a man. He's just killing it, breaking all the noise.
I know. I love Jeremy and Rob. They're awesome people.
So, with that being said, what did they find in Georgia?
What did they find in Georgia?
Yeah. Besides,
don't say it.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it. What did they find?
I know your mind went. I was like, don't say it. Okay, so in Georgia there was this is a news article for those news article coming out of Georgia today.
News anchor now.
I know. I like how they preface this with the nearly 8-foot eastern indigo snake photographed by Georgia biologist. It was 7 feet 7 inches. So I guess that's close to 8 feet.
You know how men are? They gotta raise that number up a little bit.
They gotta round up. So a biologist with Georgia Southern University Department of Biology were working out of Fort Stewart when they came across what apparently is the longest eastern indigo snake measured in the state in a very long time.
Not the largest ever, but it's the largest they've seen in a while.
Yeah, because as we all know, the eastern indigo is a threatened species under the U.S.
Very well protected.
Yeah. So it's we don't come across these in the wild very often. So when we do, we're like, huh. Yeah. So anyway,
I've never seen one in the wild. That'd be pretty cool, though.
That'd be freaking wicked.
I don't think we have any herping trips planned in Georgia.
No, we should. So it says individual snake is a robust specimen at nearly 8 feet in length, and the biologist must have been certainly happy to come across this fine specimen. Eastern indigos are one of the most beautiful native snakes in the U.S. and actually one of the longest native snakes in North America. What else? What else is coming from this?
Talks about what they eat a little bit, I think, right? What do Eastern indigos eat?
Oh yeah, so this is what the article says. A member of the Clubridae
Colibrid. I'm gonna say yes.
Colibrid family. Indigo snakes feed on a variety of animals, including small mammals, amphibians, birds, lizards, baby turtles, and other snakes, including every species of venomous snakes found in Florida. Because where else are indigos found, Jeffrey?
All the places.
I just gave you the answer. Also Florida. Why are they also found in Florida, Jeffrey? What other threatened species do they correlate their survivability with?
I'm gonna phone a friend.
Oh my god. I'll give you a hint. We saw them when we were in Daytona with Dom.
Oh, the gopher tortoise?
Yes. Oh god, you're a beautiful specimen yourself.
They have some interesting rules about those too. Like you cannot just they have certain things they have to stay in one area. Oh, they're very protected. You can't even touch them.
Yeah.
I remember we were taking pictures of them, and that one guy came out and yelled at us. Or we thought he was gonna come out and yell at us. The park person.
This just in. Jeff is drunk.
Jeff is not drunk.
I don't remember that.
This just in Kendra's terrible memory.
So yeah, it mentions the captive release efforts that took place in the 1970s in the I'm gonna butcher all of the words today. Society with like a bunch of different indigos that were released in several states: Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina. But I think that most of those were not successful reintroduction efforts, because I think we've only been able to find them in Georgia and Florida and maybe in some Alabama. But I'd have to do more research to find that information out. But
so I think the biggest takeaway from that article is that sounds like they're doing pretty good. You know, they're doing better than they have been if you're finding a large specimen like that. So that's that's a very good sign that they're on the right track.
Very well fed animal, very successful. hunter.
So good job to that area. Hopefully their numbers continue to rise. I don't know if that's going to happen just because humans suck and habitat.
Yeah, and that's why we have like the Indigo
I know what you're talking about.
Conservation Society something or other. I'm blanking. Hold on, I just had it up.
All the words.
All of the words.
We might actually be getting some Easterns. I don't know. I heard that's a rumor. Maybe happening.
Brr, is it now? Oh, it was about the. I'm gonna butcher this. It's ORIANNE Society.
The society. That's what I'm gonna go with.
Or Orion Society. Orion. I feel like I'm butchering that for no reason. If Phil was
here, he'd know how to say it.
Yeah. So that society was founded in 2008. Reviving the indigo snake reintroduction project was a critical component of the overall mission and conservation of indigo snakes. So that was established with the Central Florida Zoo. So that opened in 2012. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, on to other news.
So we do have the fun fact of the week, and the fun fact of the week is Morphmarket has a lot of awesome features that they've been adding. So I kind of want to go over them a little bit with you. And I talk with my hands. I'm sorry.
You just slap the table every like 4 seconds.
Very aggressive. But they have a lot of awesome features that they're adding, and I'm gonna kind of go over that with you guys. I have it pulled up on my phone. And
wait. Jeffrey, what is Morphmarket?
Oh, snap. If you have been living under a rock, it's where we all buy the snakes. No, it's where majority of reptile people buy their snakes and sell their snakes. It's really awesome community.
Can pet keepers buy snakes off of Morphmarket?
Of course.
Do you have to have an account to have Morphmarket?
Yes.
Okay. Is it easy to get an account?
Super easy, and it's free.
Wow, what?
Yeah, believe it or not,
that's
free.
Cool.
But they don't just have snakes. They have lizards. They have inverts. They have tortoises. They have all kinds of awesome things.
Yeah, they have 40 different categories of animals that are listed on their website.
It's ridiculous.
So just the categories of the animals, and then within each category you have whatever amount of animals that are available.
So I will go over some of the awesome features that they've been adding, which is the not for sale options. So you can add animals to your collection and keep track of them there. You can add things like different notes about, I think you can do feeding stuff, breeding, that kind of thing. But the cool thing is that you can do with that part is when you have those animals that are in your collection that they're not for sale, you can now add them as the dam and the sire to the babies that you have posted up for sale, which is
you can create a lineage chart
basically. And if Morelia people are freaks about lineage, your green tree people, your carpet people like Nick Mutton has that really extensive lineage background on his website,
which I think is super important.
It is,
don't get me wrong, we've been in the ball python community for at least I have for a very long time, and I never understood why we didn't do that necessarily.
I wish we would have, because then we know how inbred something is.
It's completely inbred.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're eventually going to end up with a white snake, right? That's what everybody says. But I do think that's really cool. It's not just, a lot of the Morelia people use it, but now it makes it easier to use it on the website. Allows ball python to kind of introduce that as well, because you could actually see the pairing of the parents, which could explain why maybe, you see certain genes react a certain way with the babies, that kind of thing.
Oh, that was really good for too. You get a bell complex animal, or if you get a bell, so blue-eyed leucistic or any leucistic animal, and you have additional phenotypes, especially like for ball python people, where you can't necessarily see the phenotype because it's washed out because it's all white snake.
Now you can tell what possibly it carries.
Yeah, and if you miss that information when you got the animal, and you have a Mojave lesser, but actually the mom was actually a lesser Enchi, and then sure enough you end up breeding that animal down the line, Enchi pops up, then you can be like, oh no, let me look at the lineage chart, where did the Enchi pop up or whatever, and then you can see it right there. That is so cool.
Yeah, I love it. And there's another thing as far as the not for sale thing, as far as your collection go, you can have it listed for public, private, or unlisted, to where you can just keep track of your own animals. So that's pretty cool. They did some new animal manager updates to more efficiently organize everything, so they can do like bulk editing, deleting animals that you have for sale, adding a bunch, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, their filtering options are really great now too. I mean, not that they weren't before, but they're just more advanced.
And then the data dashboard. So the data dashboard is really cool. It made me feel it made me realize how small of breeders we are when I saw some other people post their data dashboard. So it allows you to see the summary stats. So how many people are actually viewing your Morphmarket website, how many people are buying animals from you, how many listings you have, what is the value of all those listings and things like that. So we saw some pretty crazy numbers as far as ball python breeders go, as far as their value of their listings. Like I think one was like 500,000. That was pretty insane.
I think Josh Jackie posted. I think Bob Vu posted. Chandler Hatfield posted, and I was like, wow, ball python game ain't dead.
No, and a lot of people say like, why? A question we get from our non-ball python friends a lot is, there's so many ball python breeders. How do you stand out? Why do you breed these thing? It would be hard to sell, they would think. But this market is huge. There's so many people buying ball pythons.
Yeah.
So I think in their little data dashboard kind of showed that as well, which is pretty cool.
Dude, I'm really excited about the lineage thing. That'll be freaking awesome.
I know. I'm gonna start adding some stuff now. I don't want the people ask me. I'm just be like, no, it's right there. You can click on it.
Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if you can like link to other pages too. That would be kind of cool.
Oh, for like a parent of.
Yeah, like Animal X and Animal Y. Animal Y was purchased from Store B.
Yep.
Or whatever,
Yep. And then another thing too, which is pretty cool, is they're doing that Morph Media stuff, which is like a background on different genes and things like that. Species.
Oh, Morphpedia?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm trying to pull that up, but I haven't.
Oh yeah, so that's morphpedia.com. So for those who don't know, this is a new feature that they announced. When did they announce that? Like last couple weeks ago?
It was January, I think. Right?
Oh, wow, we're way off. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so that's a really powerful tool that will be incredibly helpful for people getting into reptiles, or if you're already in it and you just want to learn more. It's really neat. You can learn about phenotypes and recessive genetics.
And the cool thing about this,
in specific categories. Sorry.
No, you're fine. All these things on the Morphmarket updates is what they're doing is if you go to morphmarket.com/blog, he has videos. John, awesome dude. He, the head of Morphmarket.
Yeah.
The man. And he has videos of him explaining each of these updates and how to use it. So he has a video on the Morphmarket not for sale stuff. He has it on the Animal Manager, how to basically utilize that tool for your advantage. The lineage and not for sale animals, the dashboard. He has, 14-minute long videos just showing you how to use it. So it's pretty dummy proof at that point.
Yeah.
And I think, us as keepers and breeders could really utilize these tools for our benefit and for the benefit of the customer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, looking at just like, I'm looking at boa constrictors and I'm looking at leopard geckos. So like in boa constrictors, you can like select your trait type as like polygenic, or you have, which is, I hadn't seen this before, is like they have a tags section. So like specific genetic types will have fertility issues, high death rates, fatal combos, digestive issues, T negative, wobble, those sorts of tags. And then like the leopard geckos, you have like light sensitivity, so like albinism, the enigma syndrome. You have color influences, complexes, and these are just tag words, and you can select them. So if I click on enigma syndrome, it'll show up enigmas. So enigma leopard geckos, which is a dominant type trait. So that's pretty cool. It's really user friendly. So everything is basically black and white. Everything's pretty selective, and it gives you examples. It gives you additional resources on the actual page once you click it. The history issues, how it appears. Controversial topics that are associated with that trait, proven lines, related traits, and then it gives you a list of combos. So
I really like what they're doing, because what John's creating is like a one-stop shop for keepers, breeders, pets, pet keepers, all the kinds of people.
Absolutely.
And it's not just for reptiles. And I think they were doing he just posted up on it. If you go follow him on Facebook, he does post a lot heads up as far as his updates that he's doing, different kind of polls of like what we want. And he's really responsive to your emails. If you want to have an idea or an issue with Morphmarket, he'll respond to you and help you out, which is really freaking cool.
Yeah. I remember we talked with him in Daytona about like some updates that we would want to see. And he had a whole friggin' notebook, a written. what your concern was, what your suggestion to fix it was. Like, he had a whole friggin' notebook full of notes from people he would talk to, people who come up to him, say hi. Yep. So that was really, really cool to be able to have kind of like one-on-one time with him and really kind of pick his brain about where he wanted to see Morphmarket go and what sort of advances they wanted to make, which is
just tell that he cared about the people that
he cares about the users.
He cares about the users, and he wants to hear, what they want, what we want. And so I think that was really cool. And I think this lineage thing is really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe ball python keepers will actually care about lineage. I don't know.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Wow. Slow your roll there, buddy. You're a ball python keeper.
I know, right? Majority of our collection's ball python. I still love them. Sometimes the people.
Don't be hating.
Anything else as far as Morphmarket that we don't utilize it as much as we should?
I know. It's so hard because it's winter and like we don't want to ship in winter. And that's when we just don't do a lot of our updates because it's like, well,
just the shipping disasters that you see, just
well, and two, like I don't want to get somebody's hopes up and like we post an animal for sale and then winter hits and we can't ship for 8 months. I mean, that's exaggerating, but we can't ship for a really long time. There's storms, there's weather advisories, there's tragic events that happen at FedEx hubs.
Yep.
Things like that just get in the way. That'll affect, especially since we're in the corner of the US. Like it's shipping is a big thing for us, and so we want to make sure that when we're shipping that it's safe for the animal and the customer's happy at the end of the day. But
that is why I prefer shows. But you cannot knock how accessible it makes it having Morphmarket. You can get an animal from anywhere.
Yeah, and you can get, there's so much I love about Morphmarket. Like you can see reviews, you can see if customer.
The reviews is big because now I can kind of, see this guy's track record. Is this, possibly a scammer, or is this person, selling unhealthy animals?
Or or are they selling an animal at all?
Are they selling an animal at all? It's like, am I actually going to get something in the mail?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
And like Morphmarket's really good at that. You can report, the bad apples, because there always is going to be that bad apple. And if you report them and, they'll take action and they'll actually look into it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
With that being said, if you're not a Morphmarket, check it out. Even if you're just a, pet keeper, that kind of thing, there's a lot of good tools for you to use to manage your own collection.
Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, this is not really a new thing, but it's kind of newish for people who don't know. The payment types are now.
Oh, they changed it.
Yeah. You can now see a breeder's payment types on the ad. So if they accept cash or if they accept Zelle, whatever, I think there's like a ton of different options: credit card, debit card, PayPal, goods and services, PayPal, friends and family, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, etc., Bitcoin, etc.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, they got Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Ethereum,
Dogecoin, baby. You gotta
other crypto. Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot of options there.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah. Okay, so moving on. What else we got for the day?
I want to hear about our favorite segment of the week, which is what crocs your socks, Kendra? What pissed you out this week? Who the hell do we got to punish?
Okay, so this is kind of a sensitive topic for a lot of you out there, but I'm gonna call your asses out.
All you keyboard warriors.
Yeah, all you freaking keyboard warriors. So just cruising around Facebook as I do. I don't. But I love when my feed is just full of screenshots from other groups where people are making fun of each other. Like, I love it. I say I love. I actually don't love it. It cracks my socks because, like, I don't know, as a community, and this isn't just for ball python keepers, leopard gecko keepers, bearded dragon keepers, even though they all have their own sensitivities in their own communities. It cracks my socks that people feel so entitled to just be rude to other people who are just trying to get help. And I mean that, like, somebody is saying, hey, I have this new ball python. This is my setup. It's not necessarily ideal.
I got a good example for you.
Yeah.
Would you show me how you would?
I wasn't done,
respond.
But okay.
Yeah, I'm helping you out.
Okay.
So let's say I post my ball python and it's in this 20-gallon tank with a heat rock on it. I post about it and I say my ball python's not eating. How should you not talk to this person in this Facebook group?
How should I not? How should
show me
how
what
should
we
I
see in
not
these local
respond?
groups.
You're a dumbass.
Now they may not be wrong, but that's not how you talk to people.
Yeah. I mean, like, we're a community, right? We're
Mhm.
here to help each other, and I feel like there's a lot of people in our community who just get tired of answering the same question.
Yep.
That's okay. That is absolutely okay.
Keep scrolling.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It's really not that hard. Just
Yep.
keep scrolling, guys. But for those who do want to help, like, just make sure you're providing the correct info. I know we have a lot of regurgitating Richards out there. For those who don't know, that's my lovely little term for people who just literally regurgitate BS information over and over again from group to group to group to group to group, have no experience or wherewithal about anything they're saying to somebody.
Kept animals for a month.
And they're
saying
that Repticarpet is the best way to keep a leopard gecko, or whatever it is. And like, to each their own, right? Everyone has their preferences, but at least, like, do a little research. So to your point, be kind and courteous to others.
At the end of the day, what's your goal?
My goal,
all
of our goals, to help each other be better keepers.
Yes.
End of story. Yes, maybe keeping ball pythons in a glass tank 10 years ago was the acceptable thing to do. Now we understand that there's probably benefits to not doing that and to keeping them in a rack system or keeping them in a vivarium or whatever. But we have to grow with the community, and we have to be kind and courteous to others to do that. And if you express kindness to others, that'll spread. That'll spread more rampant than hatred will. And I feel like there's a lot of hatred out there. And I
understand that frustration sometimes. I understand that, like, you like, there's so much information out there. Why haven't you just did a little bit of research before you got this animal, that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that frustration.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we care about this animal's well-being. And if they're doing something wrong, belittling them is not going to help that animal's welfare.
No,
so
absolutely
we want
not.
to educate them and say, hey, look, I see that you got this set up, awesome animal, but this is some things that you should do, and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't keep it in this glass aquarium with this, heat lamp that's drying it out, and now it has a stuck shed on it because the humidity is low, and that you're not gonna be able to get the humidity up in an enclosure like that. I think so. We should do something like this and suggest a different way to keep.
Yeah, because it scares people away from asking questions. Yeah. And then a rescue ends up with a ball python that has 14 layers of stuck shed and an RI and mouth rot because they were too scared to ask a question, because the one time they did, some jackass in the town over thought it was a good idea to belittle them and make them feel like an idiot for getting a ball python impulsively or whatever. Just be kind and courteous to others, guys. Just treat others like you would want to be treated if you were in the same position. It's not that hard. And if you do have a hard time,
get off the internet.
Away.
If you're that sensitive,
go away from them. Mute them, delete, block them. You can there's so many different options.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, leave the group or block them, particularly from the group, so you don't have to see those sorts of things. It's not that hard, guys. We have options. Whew. Okay. That's what really cracks my socks this week. If you have anything or a similar experience that really cracks your socks regarding that issue, maybe let us know. I'd love to hear all our horror stories that are out there in the world.
Kendra loves it. She's all about it. So, but I think with that being said, we do have our badass motherfuckers of the week.
Rolling into some good news. Our BAMF of the week
all that negative shit.
Sorry. Who's our BAMF of the week?
Our BAMF of the week is the awesome crew over at the St. Augustine Alligator Farm. They had a nightmare of a situation happen in the middle of the road. So they were transporting some kind of crocodile. I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile.
I don't think they said. I haven't followed up on that story, though.
They didn't say, and I couldn't tell because the video is some cell phone footage. It was like 12 seconds long. And this alligator got out of the back of their transport van. It broke the window. It had its mouth still taped shut.
What?
It was so freaking wild. And then they didn't show that part because I think someone turned their phone on after.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It got out. It started running off. It got into the median. The curator, Jen, and the reptile keeper and some other people from there jumped out of the van, took action very quick, and got that alligator or crocodile. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Some crocodilian species.
They got it secured. They got it safely back into the van and made sure that little escape artist couldn't get out. So they took some quick action. It was really a dangerous spot to be in. They were right there in the median. You had cars coming on the other side. You had cars coming up on this side. It could have been bad.
Yeah.
But they took action. They had some awesome training, which is what they said on their Facebook post, which I'll read. He said, "This is why we have extensive training and do drills to prepare for moments like this," which, it came in handy because that could have been very bad. It could have been very bad for the motorist. That could have been very bad for the, the crocodilian and the keepers as well. So shout out to them for taking quick action and, being able to deliver it safely back to its new enclosure. And hopefully this guy doesn't take any more rides out.
I know, dang.
I'm excited to go back there.
I am
to St. Augustine Alligator Farm.
God,
that was such a cool time.
I love that place. It's the best.
It really is one of my favorite places. So
yeah, so if you guys are in Florida in the area, definitely check it out.
We'll be back there.
We'll be
on the Daytona trip. So
I
think that Friday.
Is that what we're doing? Friday?
Thursday or Friday? We're gonna.
Well, Thursday we got Cody and Pete. Oh, we're going that morning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's right. We're going the morning of the Reptile Preservation Institute party.
But we want to hear from you guys. If there is any stories that we did not cover and you want us to talk about, let us know.
Absolutely.
We need stories. We need more stuff to talk about because it's hard to find sometimes. Sometimes these things are just a Facebook post that you can, somebody shot a video.
Yeah.
You want us to talk about.
Yeah, I love the conservation articles. Those are always really cool to read about and see what people are doing to help conserve reptiles in our like in the U.S. across the world.
Yep.
So I think that's really
something
cool.
Like that, send it to us because
definitely
that's one thing we love learning about. And what else? I think with that being said, if you guys are going to the Daytona show, make sure you hit us up so we can get together. If you're gonna be at the Hillsborough show in April, make sure you enter that raffle for the sauces. U.S.
Arc raffle.
And with that being said, where can people find us, babe?
On all of the social media platforms, forums,
all the medias, all the socials.
Sorry.
The Books of Faces.
On the Books of Faces and the Grams of Insta and the Tubes of You. Also on all platforms that hold podcasts except for Apple because they know we're Android users.
I don't know if I gotta check to see if they actually let us on there.
Oh, okay. I just assumed because you said we couldn't get on there.
I tried, but it says you're in this limbo period or whatever. So
okay. So maybe we are. Ooh, let me check. That's okay. I'll do it later. But anyway.
But we are also on Patreon now. If you want to be so inclined to help support us there. I'm not sure exactly. I can't remember. We made a different tiers. I think we had like a $3 to start us off. Let me double check that since I'm talking about it.
Okay. Yeah. We are not on
No?
Not on Apple yet. Nope. That's okay, guys. We don't like your Apple products anyway. But anyway, yeah. So we're on all major platforms. Reptile News Radio. You might see RNR, or you'll see our logo in the top side, left side, right side, as you're looking at the screen. That thing? That thing, little logo. So look for that, and look for us at our local shows. We will be there as our sponsor. Pew's on Pythons.
Another thing too is our hot ones are handling hots.
Handling hots.
Not hot
wow.
Ones. That's copyrighted.
You cut that out.
If you guys want to see somebody on there, or if you would like to be a guest on there, and you were local, or you want to meet up, definitely send us a message.
Yeah, we're gonna do. I think we're gonna do a couple while we're in Daytona.
Yes.
We have to. I don't know where we're gonna find chicken wings because I don't think we can.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Fry those in our. Oh yeah. I was like, I don't think unless you want to bring an air fryer to.
I am not bringing my air fryer.
To the hotel. The hotel room.
But if you want to be a guest, if you want to be a victim, let us know because we need them. And the sauces are great, and it's free wings. So 6 questions, not that hard.
Milk is extra. I'm just kidding.
Milk is definitely extra.
Bring your own milk.
That being said, all the links to everything will be in the bio. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week. Take care.